While so much focus has been on social media marketing over the past few years, as small business owners, we cannot forget the importance of leveraging our own website. After all, our website is the one place where we get to call 100% of the shots when it comes to design, content, and framework. In this video, I'm sharing with you 3 tips that you can use in 2021 to drive more people to your website so that you can increase and maximize your digital presence. Hi y'all, I'm Vivian Walton, the Seasoned Marketer, and I share marketing tips, tools, and tactics with resourceful business owners. If you're new here, every Monday I release a new marketing video, so if that's something that you're into, go ahead and hit that subscribe button right now or follow me on any one of my other social media accounts. Let's jump right in and start talking about the 3 tips that I have for you today to drive more people to your website. Tip number 1, find a way to incorporate fresh content. Fresh content is any type of content that could be considered relevant and also timely. So many times this will come in the form of a blog, videos, or a type of forum. The purpose of using fresh content is not only to help your search engine optimization rankings, because we all know that Google absolutely loves any type of information that is relevant and recent, and therefore they will rank those websites higher in their Google listings, but it's also to keep your website from going stale. For example, if you run a nonprofit organization, a really great way for you to do this is to incorporate a blog onto your website. Give people topics and have conversations that are relevant to this point in time. And so what you're doing is you're giving people a compelling reason to keep coming back to your website. The truth is that if I learn about your nonprofit organization, I may go onto your website just to learn more about you and what you do in the community, maybe 1 or 2 times. But other than that, I'm not going to be visiting your website much more than that if you don't give me a good reason to do so. Adding fresh content will ensure that you get new visitors to your website, but it's really also intended to keep visitors coming back. Tip number 2, cross-promote information and content you are sharing on other platforms. If you are sharing information on social media, so let's say that you are a custom cookie maker and you share YouTube videos that show people how to go about decorating cookies, you can easily cross-promote the videos that you are making and creating for YouTube onto your website. That will ensure that you are getting full use out of the content and information that you are already creating. Or let's say that your business is heavily using Instagram. You could easily integrate a page on your website that incorporates the posts that you are sharing on Instagram, so that way you are cross-promoting what you're doing on that social media platform onto your website as well. It doesn't just have to be YouTube. How would you go about doing that? Well, you look for apps or plugins that will allow you to integrate from that social media platform. So for example, on my website, I actually repurpose my YouTube videos. I've created a page on my website that is called Video Library, and on there I have used this free plugin called YouTube Free that pulls all of the content from my YouTube channel and shows and displays it onto my website page. It is automatic. There is nothing that I do on the back end. It automatically pulls that information and integrates it onto that page on my website. So that is something that easily you could find another type of plugin to do from Facebook, from Instagram, and also YouTube, but there are plenty of them out there. So by doing this, this means that now every time that I upload a video onto my YouTube channel, I know that I am actually getting double coverage or double opportunity for people to find my videos. And because I have it loaded onto my website, it means that perhaps somebody is finding me through my website that doesn't even know that I happen to have a YouTube channel. And when they find that video library or those video tutorials on there, it automatically will show and display my YouTube channel so that they know that now I have videos available to them. Incorporating this type of content onto your website is not meant to add more to your plate, but it's really meant to amplify what you're already doing. So it's taking the information that you're already creating and that you're posting and just trying to get it out there for more people to see. Tip number 3, make evergreen content available on your website. Evergreen content is a buzzword among marketers, but essentially it's just referring to content that is valuable at any point in time with no expiration date. All right, so very quickly, I want to explain the difference between the fresh content that I was referring to in tip number 1 and the evergreen content that I'm referring to now here in tip number 3. If you recall, the fresh content is something that you want to be relevant and timely to what you're experiencing in the moment. And part of the reason you're doing that is because you want to draw people in, because you want it to be a hot topic of sorts. So for example, if I'm a fashion blogger, a fresh piece of content would be me doing a blog post on 5 fashion tips for June 2021. Now that has an expiration date on it because somebody in July of 2022 would not be going back and reading something that is relevant to June 2021. So at some point in time, you would have to update that blog post, or it just wouldn't be as timely as it is now here in the summer of 2021. Now, evergreen content, on the contrary though, is content that is going to be valuable over any given period of time. And so therefore you're not worried about having to go in and make these changes periodically because the content is broad in scope and should be something that people would, be able to use at any point in time. So for example, if I own a bakery that specializes in wedding cakes, if on my website I offered a free download titled 5 questions to answer before ordering your wedding cake, well, that is broad in nature, and that is something that would be just as relevant in July of 2022 as it is today in June of 2021. Not only is this relevant to your product or service offerings and also the industry that you're in, we also know that this download would be a great way to engage and help potential brides because they are already stressed out about having to coordinate other things on their wedding day, and the wedding cake is a really big part of that. And so anything that I can do as a baker to alleviate some of their doubt or some questions that they may have, then that's going to be helpful and useful to them. And so that's what I'm doing through this free download, which is considered evergreen content. And so just to make sure that we're clear on what is considered evergreen content and what is not, let me give you a few other examples. Evergreen content would be 5 tips to quickly deep clean your home, how to build an email list, how to make the best peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Evergreen content would not be the best presidential candidate, top fashionable trends for June 2021, Memorial Day recipes. Evergreen content like free downloads is a great way to attract new visitors to your website, and you can cross-promote this on other platforms. So for example, if you are doing an interview on a podcast, you can promote your free download on your website so that people will go there specifically for the free download. But as you know, while they're there, they're probably going to check out some of the other pages more about you and also maybe more about the products and services that you offer. So it's a great tool to engage people and to get them onto your website so that way they can learn more about you. Your website is so important. It can really help exponentially grow your business. And so that's why you want to be sure that you are leveraging your website as much as you can. You definitely don't just want to throw it up and check on it every once in a blue moon. By using these 3 tips, incorporating fresh content, cross-promoting information that you're sharing on other platforms, and offering evergreen content are all effective ways to drive more people to your website. If you like this video, remember that every Monday I release a new video just like this with information that could help you save time and money when it comes to marketing your business. Don't forget that I have a website at www.theseasonedmarketer.com where I have all of my previous videos uploaded there and also a couple of freebies that you can download here today, so go check that out. Thanks again for tuning into another Monday Marketing Minute. I'll catch you guys next week, same time and place.